Hello, welcome back. I'm Connie Carroll, and I'm here with Mark Jeanette. And Mark is visiting us from Scenic Cruises. Welcome, Mark.
Thank you very much.
Good
Appreciate
to
it.
see you. So we just saw a wonderful advertisement of a scenic cruise, and I saw the Von Trapp family singers. I saw them.
You saw the ballet performance, the singing, yeah.
All that comes with the scenic cruise?
It does. It's one of those amazing things where it's all inclusive. So it's all taken care of. It's like that no worries, don't have to worry about it type of thing. Just show up.
You know, if you're going to cruise, you do like hearing that word all-inclusive.
And there's a trick to that, because all-inclusive sometimes gets watered down a little bit. You know, like they sneak one thing in there and say, oh, we're all-inclusive. No, no, no. With Scenic, it's all-inclusive, and that's a nice thing to have.
So tell me about Scenic. Tell me a little bit about its history, its inception.
You know, Scenic is a newer brand to the U.S. So, yeah, I've been here about 3 years. However, for 30 years, it's been a big tour company out of Australia. And our owner, Glenn Moroney, he created this brand, and it grew and grew to go into all 7 continents.
Oh.
In 2008, we came out with our luxury river cruising. And his whole thing was to be all about guest experience and to be the best out there. So he did these semi and custom-made river ships, and we call them spaceships. So they're Scenic spaceships.
Wait, spaceship? What do you mean? It's
well,
a river cruise.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Since it's only came out in 2008, we're able to do some innovative things with the ships.
Yes.
I think space comes from the fact that we're able to create more space around the common areas, around the suites, 6 different dining venues on a river cruise.
That's not possible.
Yeah.
Those boats are generally smaller than the really big ocean cruisers,
True.
right?
Very intimate. Yeah, very intimate.
They're intimate, but you have 6 different 6 different dining venues. That's pretty interesting.
5 restaurants and 24-hour, 7-day-a-week room service in your suite. That's where I like to be. Yeah.
Well, I understand that river cruising now is one of the hottest cruise tickets to get because it's a far more gentle ride.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're not having to deal with the ocean, you know, currents and things.
Right.
But there seems to be a little bit more to see, and the ships are smaller, so it is more of an intimate experience.
You know, all the ships are about 400 feet long by about 40 feet wide, no matter how you go. And then we only carry 169 passengers, and it's a real diverse, fun mix of Australians and Kiwis and Canadians and U.S. and South African, and you name it, all English, all the time, all on.
Well, I see on the monitor behind us, that looks like fun. This looks like fun.
It's one of the best itineraries out there. The most popular is probably the Nuremberg to Budapest, and then you have options to add Prague or whatnot.
There's
there
the
they
Von
are.
Trapps.
Yeah.
There they are. There they are. Sound of music. The
right?
hills are alive. But this is so great too, because on the river cruise, of course, you get to go inland. You get to see more than you normally would on an ocean cruiser.
Yeah, that's number one reason that people take river cruising. You know, they want to pull up this beautiful, sexy boutique hotel that Scenic has, and your hotel goes with you. So unpack once, hassle-free, and then you step into Vienna or you step into Paris. But sometimes it's these little villages and burgs you've never heard of that really bring the charm. And then you go in these fairy tale storybook villages, and that's where the story is, yeah.
That sounds like fun. Now, you have a great partnership with one of our neighbors, Luxe Travel Management. Tell me about that.
Yeah. Well, you know, when we did come to the U.S. market, we're pretty picky. You know, we want to make sure that who we partner with gets it, as well as takes care of their clients, and like we take care of our guests. So Luxe Travel has been a wonderful partner. They have been there for years and years, tried and true. So that was someone that we figured, you know, let's partner with those guys. They understand our market, they understand luxury. Really what it boils down to, just like Glenn, our owner, it takes care of the guest, and that's what we wanted to do.
Taking care of the guests, that is the most important thing, and then you're offering all-inclusive and luxury experience, but it's very personal and very custom.
You know, we don't even take a credit card when you come in.
What?
Yeah, when's the last time you did that, right? So we don't even take a credit card. The only thing that you could add to your trip is going to be a massage, a hair salon appointment, or maybe a gift shop item. Everything else is done.
It really is all-inclusive.
It really is all-inclusive.
The chocolates, the you know, glass of wine.
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
Even butlers. Everybody gets a butler.
What?
You don't have a butler at home?
I'm going.
My wife
has
a butler. My wife has a butler at home.
And here you are.
You want to know his name?
Yeah. His name is Mark.
No, everybody gets a butler no matter what suite they take on the ship. They do different services for you, different levels. So if you can ring your butler button, you know. Oh, don't get me wrong. I thought it was a little odd at first because Americans usually don't have a lot of butlers. But when she showed up with a fresh croissant and fresh coffee in the morning for me, I'm like, oh, right there on my balcony, please. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's reason enough just to get on the boat. It's like, show me the butler. Who's the person who's going to care for me hand and foot?
Yeah. I got to say something. You know, we've been very fortunate. We have 30 years in business. We've got tremendous buying power. So we are the most all-inclusive out there, but just not the most expensive. So that's something to kind of differentiate, because there's a tremendous value in the travel dollar that people are going to spend.
So to have all that luxury, but at a very nice price, is a good thing. And Laguna Woods residents can learn a lot more about you all, because you will be here at the Ayers Hotel on Tuesday, May 23rd. Tell me about that.
So Luxe has invited us in to do an information session. They're great partner. So with them, we're going to do information about the river cruises, about the ship itself, even some details about some of the excursions and whatnot.
Are you going to bring a butler to the May 23rd event?
Do you want me to dress up in tux?
Dress up as the butler. I want to see the butler in action at May 23rd.
I got a friend, Bill. Maybe we'll bring Bill along and get him in a tux and have him serve some drinks.
All right. So May 23rd, Ayers Hotel at 3 p.m.
3 p.m. And you have to RSVP, right?
Oh.
Because space is limited there.
Yes.
So I think you have to call Luxe 949-336-1000, I think.
949-336-1000.
Yep.
And of course, you can also just drop into the Luxe Travel Management offices. They're only 3 miles away. You can hop on Moulton Parkway, take it to Bake, and you're there.
That's like you've been there before.
And you can stop in and talk to them not only about the vacation of your dreams, but about this event and being able to get one-on-one with Scenic Cruises.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the day that you arrive here at the Ayers Hotel, you're going to set up, what's going to happen that day? What happens if somebody shows up at 3?
So at 3 o'clock, you're going to come in, you're going to have some nibbles and some beverages, kind of like Scenic. It's all included, it's all there for you.
Oh,
beer, wine, or if you just want non-alcoholic, which, by the way, a lot of people don't drink sometimes, so we've got these great mocktails. I'm not sure if we'll have those at Ayers, but we'll have a good time, and then we'll have a nice warm intro. Luxe will probably be talking a little bit about some of their benefits, and then send it on over to me, and we'll talk about the rivers, a little bit of background about Scenic more in depth, and then especially get into the excursions and the itineraries.
So you do have some special excursion and itineraries, but what I do like hearing is that this event on May 23rd, which is a Tuesday,
it is.
When you go, it's like going on the cruise. You have a little party once you get in there at 3 p.m. And you get to learn all these great things and these great travel destinations. Can you tell me about some of the more popular itineraries?
Certainly. That Danube, right? For some reason why everyone likes it. So yeah, we've got the Gems of the Danube, which is at Nuremberg to Budapest, which is a nice week-long cruise.
Yes.
Some people like to do a surf and turf. They'll do a cruise and then do like a tour. The second most popular is Jewels of Europe, going from Amsterdam all the way down to Budapest. And the nice thing is it covers Rhine, Main, and Danube. So you get the different personalities of the different rivers, and of course all those countries and all the wonderful history that's there. The one thing with America is we're so young, a couple hundred years old.
That's right.
But then you go over to Europe and you're talking the old country, a couple thousand years old, right? And so you have this great history that's just right there waiting for you.
And you could have a multi-generational travel experience where you can go with a loved one or with a best friend or something, or you can take the whole family.
You could, yeah. We take kids from 12 and up. Frankly, it's usually for 40, 50s, and 60s and up. And then we're also finding out that today's 60-year-old is not like yesterday's 60-year-old.
No.
So they're very active. They want activity. They want fresh air. So we have things like e-bikes on Scenic, where they can go and take one of our electric assist bicycles, like a Pedigo, and take off on one of the bike trails. And then we have this GPS device, which is unlike anybody else has, called the Scenic Tailor-Made, that has all these preset tours and preset excursions beyond like the local experts and the cruise director and everybody else.
So it's almost like having your own docent tour. You can get the bike right there from the ship, come into port, take the bike right off the ship. It's got the GPS loaded with all the cool spots to go get a great lunch or go see something awesome, and then you just take off. And you don't waste any time. You're not waiting for anybody to tell you what to do.
No, and there's plenty of time to do your own thing, right? Because when it's all inclusive, you want to do everything that's included, but don't forget, also kind of take time for yourself. So that's actually comes back to Scenic's whole sense of wonder attitude. It is about
the sense of wonder.
Take the scenic route.
Well, thank you for bringing the sense of wonder to us today and visiting us today, because we do have to remember to visit you on May 23rd. On Tuesday, May 23rd, you can see Scenic Cruises in action at the Ayers Hotel at 3 p.m. And when you do come in, they'll be glad to serve you a cocktail, a little bit of nibbly to something to munch on, and then you can learn about all these wonderful cruise destinations and the fun and the beauty that you can experience with Scenic Cruises. Mark, thanks for visiting with us today.
Thanks so much, Connie.
So good to see you. I'll be there on May 23rd as well, so you can come and say hi to me and tell me what you think about Laguna Woods Village and how we're all doing here too. It's very good to have you here, and then don't go away, because just after this we have more to come.